Hey, I'm Chef Tom with All Things Barbecue, and today I want to show you how to use some of that leftover pulled pork in a cornbread waffle pulled pork sandwich with an apple and caramelized onion chutney. So this sandwich is going to have three main components. That would be the cornbread waffle, the chutney, and the pulled pork. Now the pulled pork's already done because we're using leftover pulled pork in this recipe. What we want to get started with now is caramelizing our onion for our caramelized onion and apple chutney. We're going to use roughly 1 pound of yellow onion and 1 pound of apples in this recipe. And we're going to start by taking all the skin off of this and slicing it nice and thin. All right, so we'll add to the pan just a couple tablespoons of vegetable oil. And we've got this burner on low, so we're just gonna let these onions work nice and slow. Maybe add a pinch of salt and give them some time to reduce down. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is just dice up these apples. We're using ambrosia apples today, but if you guys want to use a more tart apple, you definitely can do that. It's totally up to your preference. And we just want nice bite-sized pieces, not too big and not too small. All right, so our apples have been cooking for probably 2 or 3 minutes. They're getting softened. At this point, I just want to go ahead and add some sugar and spice barbecue sauce. Gonna do about a half cup of this. And this sugar and spice has some cinnamon in it and some heat. So those things are gonna really complement this chutney well. All right, so the sauce is thickened up and reduced down, and those apples are nice and soft. So this is done cooking. We're just gonna set it aside while we make our cornbread waffles. For the buns on our sandwich, we're gonna be making a very simple 4-ingredient cornbread waffle. We've got a box of the Jiffy corn muffin mix, a can of creamed corn, 1 egg, and 6 tablespoons of butter melted. And we'll just whisk this until it's nice and smooth. All right, we got all those dry lumps worked out. Now our waffle maker's already preheated, so we're ready to go. We're gonna add a few scoops. And we want to cook this until it's nice and crispy so that it can hold up to the pulled pork we're going to put on top. So we're mixing up a sauce for pork today that's about 50% Plowboy's Sweet 180 and 50% Tar Heel Tang. So this is going to have some nice vinegar, some bite to it, but also a good sweetness. All right, we've got a nice crust formed on this. There we go. And that smells fantastic. So we've got our leftover pulled pork here. Gonna add some of that apple chutney on top. And then just a drizzle of our pork sauce. All right, let's see how we did. That's really delicious. And we've got all kinds of great texture going on in there. From the outside being nice and crunchy to the inside of that waffle being still soft. We get the sweetness from the corn, the sweetness from the sauce, the apple, the sugar, and the spice. There's a lot going on there, but it all complements each other really well. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to thesauce.atbbq.com. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.